Hey, Jerry.
Hey, buddy.
What you doing?
Working on the new Boardgasm album. You know it's coming out this summer.
Really?
Yeah, finally, after 3 years.
Yeah, I had no idea. Anyway, I'm gonna be taking this.
Dude, what are you doing with my wallet?
Duke tax.
No, what? You can't.
You don't have any cash?
You can't Duke tax my wallet.
Well,
I don't
guess
carry
cold,
cash.
hard plastic's gonna have to do. Duke tax.
But.
Hey, Jerry. Duke tax.
No.
Ooh.
Sandwich.
Duke tax.
Damn.
Yes.
May I have a word with you briefly?
Why, certainly, sir.
Dan, I've been meaning to speak to you about this new Duke tax that you've been doing. Now, we all like the game Coup, and we all appreciate the reference, but it brings to mind a story. Have I ever told you of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand? The day was June 28th, 1914, approximately 10:45 in the morning. The Archduke was enjoying a lovely stroll with his wife when a gunman came up and shot them both dead right in their cars. Now, I'm not suggesting that such a thing could happen to you. What I'm suggesting is that things happen to dukes. So you tell me, is the sandwich worth it? Is the sandwich worth it?
Here's your sandwich back.
Thank you.
Boardgasm. 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 Boardgasm.
Coup is a game of deception for 2 to 6 players. The box is surprisingly small for a game that packs quite a wallop. You just get some coins and you get a set of cards and some handy dandy reference sheets. At the start of the game, you're going to shuffle up the deck of cards and you're going to hand 2 out to each player. Each player is going to look at them and then set them down face first in front of them. Only they get to look at them, no one else will. And then you take 2 coins, because everybody starts out with 2. And then on your turn you're going to do one of several actions, and they're all listed on the sheet. There are 3 actions that can be done by anyone regardless of what character they are. You can do income, which is just to take 1 coin. You can do foreign aid, which is to take 2 coins. Or you can do a coup, which if you have 7 or more coins, you can say, alright, I'm cooing, and you'll pay 7 back into the pile in the middle of the table, and then you actually kill somebody. And when you kill somebody, they take one of their cards, and they're going to look at them, whoever was killed, their choice, and they'll flip it up and set it face up in front of them, and it'll stay there for the rest of the game. Now, the goal of the game is to actually be the last one left standing. Your 2 cards represent your life, so as soon as both of them are flipped up, you're out of the game. The cards don't go back into the deck, they stay face up for the rest of the game, so everyone sees, there's 1 or 2 less of that card. There are 15 cards in the game, 5 types, 3 of each, and the 5 types of cards allow you to do different things. So like The Duke allows you to do Duke tax, which is take 3 coins. He also allows you to block the foreign aid option, which is why, if you'll notice, I said, you can do income, take 1, but you can also do foreign aid, take 2. It's risky to do foreign aid, though, because the Duke might block it, and then you get nothing for that turn. There is the Assassin. Now, the Assassin can actually kill people cheaper than the cost of a coup, and it only costs them 3 coins. So they put 3 on the table, and they say, all right, I'm assassinating you. Reveal one of your cards. There is the Ambassador, which allows you to exchange 2 cards. So you could take 2 cards from the top of the deck, you then look at them, and you can exchange 1, none, both of your cards, your choice. Put the other 2 face down back into the deck, shuffle, and that's it for that. The Ambassador also can block stealing. Now what stealing is, stealing actually has to do with the captain. The captain is allowed to steal. So the captain would be like, I am the captain and I'm going to steal from you, and you take 2 coins from said person. The Ambassador has the ability to actually block that, to say, I'm the Ambassador and I block that. The captain also has the ability to block another captain from stealing. And then there is the Contessa. The only thing she can do is actually stop assassinations. So let's say the assassin's like, pay 3 coins, I'm going to assassinate you. The Contessa can be like, I am the Contessa, and no you don't. Now, the deception part of this game is rather brilliant. When you do something, you announce, if it's a character-specific action, you announce, I'm this and I'm doing this. You don't have to have that card. You can be bluffing out your ass if you want. However, every action in this game can be challenged. So let's say someone says, I am the Duke and I do Duke tax, and you take, 3 coins. Someone can be like, I don't think you are. I challenge that. Or like someone could block foreign aid, be like, I'm the Duke and I block your foreign aid. Someone could challenge that block and be like, I don't think you are the Duke and I block that. Now, the risky part of challenging someone, though, is that if someone challenges you and you have that card, you flip it up to reveal it, and then they lose a life because they were wrong. Now, when you flip it up to prove, that you are said character and to stop their challenge, you don't lose a life. Instead, you take that card, put it into the deck, shuffle the deck, and you draw a new one. So you could get the same card, or you could possibly get a new one. If anyone reaches 10 coins or more on their next turn, they have to coup automatically. So the game does have a built-in time limit. Last one left standing is the winner.
Alright, this is a component breakdown for Coup. Coup. Pretty well designed game, actually. I mean, not fantastic, not overwhelmingly wonderful. These components aren't a landmark, but they're actually quite good. For the purpose. They're the quick little cheap ones. The cards are basic stock, maybe just a touch thicker than normal, but the little place cards you get are pretty accurate, well designed. The entire thing has a general steel vibe, which kind of fits well with the whole resistance theme. Good. So it all goes well. My character breakdown. So in Coup you play, of course, the advisors that you have in your hand are these the rich people, essentially. You're playing the rich people. So as accurate, we have the access to the rich people. We have the Contessa. Yes, the Contessa, and she's wearing some sort of. I guess in the future they wear necklaces around your eyes. Rather than around your neck. That's gone out of fashion. Now it's around your eyes. I've got the captain, and I'm so glad that in the future, his glorious mustache makes a comeback, okay? I'm happy that the glorious mustache has a place in our future. He also looks terrifying with his shaved heads on both sides and his steely blue eyes. Somewhat erotic. I've got the ambassador, and the ambassador in this is a general shade of all colors, and he's wearing a turban, I guess, and an off-color suit with flowers on it. He's very, very likable. I've got the assassin, and of course to satisfy Title IX, the assassin is a female here. She does look terrifying, actually. She's got blue around her eyes. I don't know if that's stain or if it's a tattoo, or maybe in the future when you're an assassin you bleed eye blood that's blue. I don't know what to reference to, but look at you know she's the assassin because you can see a skull. That's her kerchief right there. It's a skull. She's also kind of cute, you know. I'm just saying, in the future, assassins are sexy. And finally, we've got the Duke, and the Duke is the most ridiculous character. He's Asian. He's got some sort of medallion hanging from the center of his forehead. It doesn't look like anything's actually up there. So, or like there's no nail in there. So I don't know what it's hanging off of, or it's glued there, or heck, it's the future. He could be born with it, you know. But he's got this ridiculous and glorious robe that is double-tiered and all futuristic, and he's got a creepy symbol in the corner. The Duke is a glorious character. So all in all, components of this game are pretty well done. It's very simple. It's very simple. Everything's simple here. Simple little tokens, simple cards with decent artwork on it, and an entire industrial steel look that kind of goes on. But it achieves fruition. It really is quite good for being basic. And the gameplay itself is good. So it combines to form kind of a good experience that's very basic. Now these cards, they will wear away rather quickly. Getting sleeves probably wouldn't be the worst idea. Maybe in future editions they could build them a touch more durably, because honestly you're handling them all the time. And you tend to play this game in groups of 2 or 3. So as a result, the cards tend to break down rather quick. So some sleeves or some thicker cardstock would be nice. Other than that though, components are pretty solid. So I give it a decent.
Revolution from the poor. They're trying to take all the mansions and tigers and golden cars. The revolution in the streets. They want to take all my hard-earned money from me. But screw you, I'm the rich. You can go ahead and bitch, and I'll wipe my ass with your retirement. So go ahead, wipe. I'll just be alright with my 6-foot bulletproof front door.
And that's Coup.
That's Coup.
It's a-
Coop.
Every time, yeah. When I was given this game as a gift from a friend, and that was the first thing I did when I opened it. I went, Coop?
What?
No. Coup.
What is Coop?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's how I
Yeah.
say / pronounce that.
English be damned. Cool. It's cool. What do you think?
I like Coup. When I was first given it by a friend, he was like, "Oh, this is a game in the same universe as Resistance," and I was like, "All right, sweet. I mean, hey, I guess I can get behind that. You know, board games with the same in-game universe. Why not?" And then we played it, and at first, like halfway through my first playthrough, I was like, "Really, this is it?" Which has happened with other games, but after a couple plays, I was like, I see what this game is going for. And I like it for what it is. It is a weird little game. I mean, like a 6-player game that you can have done in 5-10 minutes, and a couple minutes if someone plays absolutely terribly. But whole and whole, I like it. It's surprising how much game and treachery and deceit and lies can be in such just a small little package. And I give it credit for that. I give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Wow, Coop is a surprising game that I rank higher than Dan. Coop here it gets me. I think that it, first of all, Resistance is a wonderful game. The companion game, Resistance is fantastic, especially with a great amount of people. It's just a game of lying and treachery, and that's the main source of the game. There's not a lot of other components. I mean, there's a card component, but who cares? It's mostly about treachery. And in Coup, that continues, only you play the wonderful, pretentious overlords of the society, which is attempting to resist. It is, In the game, you shuffle around these little cards, and you lie and you cheat, or you tell the truth. You do what you want. It's a game where communication is key, and I can't help. I have a fascination with games where communication is the key to survival. And I have been boned in this game just as much as I have won it. Like there is no edge to being good with communicating in this game. I have been boned equally. So I give Coup a 9, and that's a high score for me. I think the only one I've ever given a 9 to was Cosmic Encounter.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say Cosmic.
Now this game is
I
nowhere as
remember now,
elaborate.
yeah.
This game
Maybe
is nowhere as
9 or
elaborate,
10.
but it is just a well thought out, intelligent little game. That takes a lot of social aspects. What I love about board gaming, the social aspect, and it brings it right to the forefront. So I give it a 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10 averages out to an 8.5.
Not bad for
Not
just
bad.
a small little box.
Not bad, bro, for this tiny little game.
Alright.
Good work, Coup.
Indeed. I think there's only one thing left to say. Duke Tax!
Duke Tax! It's good to be rich. How do you feel?
Pretty good considering that the battery light has been blinking this whole damn time.